It's week 6 of the 2024 season, and coming up next, it's a...
The veteran kicker, Graham Gano, puts it on the tee. And off we go here on Sunday Night Football. Charlie Jones now to return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense comes out led by their quarterback, Joe Burrow. Can they keep him healthy? Because when he's good, he's so good. Won the Heisman during his days at LSU. Took this team to the Super Bowl. Now, Greg, year 5 for Burrow with the Bengals.
I think when you go back and watch last week's game, Mike, I think 2 things were at play. Number 1, let's give credit to the defense. I think they did a nice job of identifying some of the easy layups we've seen this quarterback hit from a week-to-week basis. They took it away. They made him go to his second, third check down through his progression. And then secondly, when the play did line up, when they did get the look they wanted, he just missed a lot of throws, so they know they cannot afford another pedestrian performance out of him this week. If he can play to the standard we've seen in weeks past, they can have a better chance of having a better result.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. On the carry, this is Tyler Algier. And he's close to the first down. Gets 4 yards on the gain, but it will bring up 3rd down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Here we go. Stop.
On the give, this is Algier. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard.
Gun. Stop.
They bring Chase in motion. Now 2nd down throw for Burrow. He'll find Andre Yosibas. He is in. Andre Yosibas. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Run it.
It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals will take a 7-0 lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by a former second-round pick out of Missouri. The quarterback is Drew.
All right.
It's not often you
Here's
can win
your
by
chance.
multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all 3 phases last week. So, again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week and going forward, this is going to be a hard team to beat.
And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
1st and 10. Now it's Tracy looking to run. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
So you're on the sideline and you're watching the other team go right down the field and score on their first drive. As a play caller, you have to be careful that it doesn't throw you out of your initial plan coming into the game. They wanted to establish some ground game here early, and that's exactly what they did.
Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. He'll be brought down inside the 25. Jermaine Pratt up to make the stop. So we are through. Third down, 3 to go.
Here we go.
Block out of the shotgun. That's caught. It's Tyrone Tracy. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. They'll run with Tracy. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. On the give, it's Tracy. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down. Here's a run. Down to the 4. It'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. He slams it in there, and he is in. Tyrone Tracy. Touchdown, Giants. Extra point by Gano is up and good. And the Giants come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense and Tyler Algier getting ready to go back to work. We show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. As you can see, he's right up there among the best in the league. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. It is 3rd and 10.
Here we go. 180.
Gesicki, the man in motion. Quick throw, taken in. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down. The Bengals ready to punt this one away. Amir Smith-Marset goes back to return it. And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And a nice run there. He'll get 8 to the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. On the ground, here's Tracy. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
I don't want to do that one.
3rd and 5. From the gun, it's locked. Open man, left side, he's got it. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Couple of first downs has them out to the 45-yard line as it's 1st and 10. Geno Stone that time, all over him in coverage. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Lock to throw. Now a screen set up for Tracy. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop at 45 seconds to go until halftime. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. To throw is Locke. And he tried to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. That's the safety, Geno Stone.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball. And I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
In trouble, and down he goes. Now a timeout, Giants. That is their 2nd. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in the 2nd quarter. That'll be caught. It's Tyler Algier. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
11 MT, 11 MT.
The Giants going to call their 3rd and final timeout.
On 1, ready?
3rd and long.
Here we go, here we go. 42.
Burrow now. He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. A touchdown apiece. 7-7 the score as we begin half number 2. He'll start at the 4. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Giants offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And they love to find different ways to get him the football. Look there. He comes into this week 2nd in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield. And he finds some daylight up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. A carry here for Tracy. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play.
Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. So on 4th down, out is Jamie Gillen to punt for the Giants. Charlie Jones, deep to return. This is taken at the 25. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Bengals offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Gesicki, the man in motion. Burrow here on 2nd down. This one complete to Higgins. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Burrow. Taking off, he'll try to get there. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
Man, a tie game.
11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12.
Back to throw. Burrow. That's into the hands of Yosivas.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
Throwing is Burrow. The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down. The Bengals out and ready to punt. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to hit another good one. And great coverage on special teams. They'll mark it down inside the 5-yard line. The Giants offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll operate from their own 3-yard line as they try to put something together here on this drive. It's 1st and 10. 2nd down and 8. From the gun, here's a handoff. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
It is too close.
Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game late, and this is 3rd down. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. They get 24 on that ball. That's good for a Giants first
We're
down.
taking our time.
Now give on the ground, and he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line.
And what's that one thing you hear from coaches all the time, Mike, right? Finish strong, and he's doing just that. His numbers here in this one, they have been terrific. But he's going to give you a full 4 quarters, and I think at this point in the game, he knows there's even more yards to be had.
And he'll get this close to the 1st down. It's a pickup of 4, but it still leaves 3rd and short. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And he will have a Giants first down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard. They'll stay on the ground. Not much develops there. He'll get this to about the 43. Here's a 2nd and 9. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? The pass rush gets home and he goes down. The Giants sending out their punter. Important punt here in this tie game late. On the return is Jones. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. We're all even. 4th quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll run out of the gun, and this is Algier. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes to play in regulation. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. It is 2nd and a yard. They'll drop to throw. That's to his big tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. They'll run Algier. Not much there. Maybe a yard. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to the second down play. Algier. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Some nose guards in the 3-4 defense, Mike, are just asked to take up space and eat up blockers. But not this guy. He defeats his blocker and makes the tackle. That's playing the nose guard at the next level.
They'll keep it on the ground.
No way.
13 yards the gain, down to the 13-yard line. The Giants going to call their third and final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. To throw is Burrow. That is caught. And he's in.
Oh, I mean, we got a chance.
McPherson now for the PAT. His kick is good. And the Bengals will move out to a 14-7 lead. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been
Like I said, we don't have
see
no
what happens
defense.
on this kickoff. Now an opening past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Giants offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. As we give you a look at the league's leaders in receiving touchdowns, you can see he's second best among NFL running backs at this point in the year. A second down throw for Locke. That is run in. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. On first down is Locke. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Here's second down.
Let's go.
Back to the air. It's Locke. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And it'll be third down. Throw it. Locke. And it's a touchdown.
Oh my goodness. They might be going to overtime.
So now the extra point to, in all likelihood, send us to overtime. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. So, not much time remaining to get something started. All tied here, late fourth, as the kickoff comes. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Bengals offense starting to trot out for this next possession. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. We'll start this drive with first down.
Oh, Tom. I don't know, that's a good thing. Oh, no.
A quick reminder of the rules. Each team gets one possession unless the opening possession is a touchdown. Then it's game over. Any defensive score ends the game. Each team gets a couple of timeouts, and all replays come from upstairs. If the first OT ends in a tie, so does the game. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. A return now from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Giants offense getting set to get back to work. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. They'll stick with him again. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. Now a 3rd and 2. Now a first throw here in overtime. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Lock. He'll look middle here and get it to Neighbors. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch it.
Off the play fake, it's locked. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Block out of the shotgun. That's caught downfield by Robinson. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. Now it's Tracy looking to run. They'll try to run this one in. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short. On 3rd down, they'll run with
Holy boy.
into the end zone. That'll do it. They win it in OT. So it's a win for the men in blue. The Giants.